New story. So there was this lady named Sarah, and she had been dating this man named Trey for about 2 years. Everything seemed okay, besides the fact that he was married. But then one morning, he said something that caught Sarah totally off guard. Trey had told his wife that he was out of town for a work convention when he really spent the weekend with Sarah. On Sunday morning, Trey was getting up to get ready to go. But this particular morning, Sarah wasn't feeling it. She said, "You know what? This not working out for me. We've been together for 2 years. You been told me you was going to leave your wife, but you haven't left. So what am I to you?" Trey stopped. He looked at her. He said, "We're not about to do this again. We go through this shit every fucking weekend. You know my situation. You know it's not that easy for me to just leave." Sarah said, "Well, okay. Well, I'm letting you know. If you're not mine within the next month, I'm done. I'm leaving you." Trey stops. He said, "Okay. You want me all to yourself, right?" She said, "Of course I do." He said, "Then I just need you to do me one favor. And if you do this, I'm yours." Sarah said, "Well, what is it?" Trey said, "I need you to kill my wife and my kids. And then it's just me and you." Sarah didn't know what to say. She was confused. She said, wait, what did you just say?" He said, "You heard me. If you want me, I need you to kill my wife and my 2 kids." As Sarah was about to say something else, he said, "No, not right now. I gotta go." Trey left and went home. When he walked in the house, his wife was in the kitchen. She said, "So you couldn't call me all weekend?" He said, "You know, I was busy. I couldn't get to my phone." She said, "Yeah, that's bullshit. Well, anyways, your kid's upstairs." He said, "Wait a minute. You ain't get them ready for school?" She said, "No, that's your job. I'm ready to go to my job. Now you get them together. Since you want to be gone all weekend to some fucking convention, you get them up." Trey said, "All right, I'll take care of it." April said, "And one more thing. Don't forget, we have the divorce meeting today." He said, "I won't forget. I'll be there." At 3 o'clock, Trey was down at the office for the divorce meeting when his wife showed up with her lawyer. Everything seemed to be okay as they were talking about what each other was going to have, what each other wasn't going to get. But then the wife said, "One more thing. I've changed my mind. I want everything. I want spousal support. I want full custody. And I want child support." Trey and his lawyer looked at each other. Trey said, wait, what are you talking about? You can't just make these changes like that." April's lawyer says, "She can, and she has." April's lawyer then passed the paper over to Trey and his lawyer. Trey and his lawyer took a minute to read it over. Trey then looked up. He said, "You evil fucking bitch." Trey was a doctor, and one of the reasons he never wanted to file for divorce is because he knew his nasty wife would try and take everything that he had and leave him with nothing. And that's exactly what those papers said. April was a cop and made nothing like Trey did. So she immediately wanted the $1 million they had in a joint savings account. She wanted 2 of the cars out of the 4 that they had. She wanted their house. She wanted $50,000 a month in spousal support. And she wanted $10,000 a month in child support for their 2 kids. Trey looked at his lawyer again. He said, "I'm not giving her this. I'm not giving her this." His lawyer said, "Well, we'll have to talk about it." He looked over at April's lawyer and said, "We need a few days to discuss this. We'll get back to you." April said, that's fine. Don't take long. As she was walking out of the room, she turned back to look at Trey. She said, and if I find out you've been cheating on me, trust and believe. I'm adding that to this case. And you know what that means. She then walked out. Sarah had been trying to call Trey all morning and afternoon, and she was getting pissed that he had not answered nor responded back to her. Finally, around 6 o'clock that night, he called her. She said, well, damn. I haven't seen you or talked to you since this morning when you left my house with that crazy shit you was talking. What the fuck is going on? Trey said, listen, you remember what I said earlier, right? She said, of course I remember. But you were only playing, right? He said, look, I need you to take care of that for me. Sarah said, you talking about killing your wife and your kids? Do you know what can happen to me if I did something like that? I can go to prison. Trey said, no, you won't get caught. You won't get caught. I just need this done ASAP. Sarah said, what's going on? Why would you want to kill your kids? Your wife, I can understand, but your kids? He said, look, if you want to start this life over with me and you, I need you to take care of this. Besides, my wife wants some bullshit right now. And if you don't take care of this, I'm not going to have nothing left to give you. Not me, not my heart, not my money, not nothing. Sarah said, what are you talking about? He said, look, I can set everything up for you. I promise nobody will know it was you. But I need this done within a week. Can you do this? Please, I'm begging you. Sarah said, okay. Tell me what I gotta do. I'll do it. Stay tuned for part 2.